Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's topic of discussion is let's see the question first. The question says, which one of the following is not true about twin transfusion syndrome? Oligo and polyhydramnios occurs in the twins. Quinterostaging is used. Hematocrits are different in both the twins. Common in monochorionic twins. See, the question is asking not true. Okay, not true about twin transfusion syndrome. So today's topic of discussion is twin transfusion syndrome. See, twin transfusion syndrome occurs in cases of monochorionic twins. Okay, this option is true. Occurs in monochorionic twins. Monochorionic means the twins are sharing a single placental tissue between them. Okay. So why these transfusion complications occurs in monochorionic twins? Because the twins A and B are sharing a single placenta, okay, a single placental tissue. So the umbilical cords carrying the vessels of both the twins gets an opportunity to anastomose with each other. Let's see to understand what happens in twin transfusion syndrome. We should know about what happens in the vascular connections. See, these are the vessels of fetus A and these are the vessels of fetus B. There are three types of vascular connections that occurs between the fetus A and B. One type is arterio-arterial. Our umbilical artery of fetus A is anastomosing with the umbilical artery of fetus B. See, this is arterio-arterial anastomosis. Second type of anastomosis is veno-venous. Okay, veno-venous. The umbilical vein of twin A and the umbilical vein of twin B. And the third type is arteriovenous. Okay, arteriovenous, vein of umbilical vein of twin A or twin B and umbilical artery of twin A or twin B. See, the arterio-arterial or the veno-venous anastomosis are bidirectional. The blood can flow to and forth, okay, back and forth, can go from twin A to B and then B to A. These are bidirectional. But the arteriovenous anastomosis are unidirectional. The blood goes from the artery to the vein, okay, because the arteries can pulsate, veins cannot pulsate. So the blood flows from arteries to veins. These type of anastomosis are unidirectional. What happens in twin transfusion syndrome is these AV type of anastomosis are more abundant. So there is unidirectional blood flow from twin A to twin B or twin B to twin A. The blood goes from one fetus to the another fetus. There is net transfer of volume from one fetus to the another fetus. So what happens is one fetus becomes volume overload, the recipient and the donor becomes very hypovolemic, okay, because it is giving all the blood volume to another fetus. The donor becomes hypovolemic while the recipient becomes hypervolemic, okay, volume overload. So not true about twin transfusion syndrome is oligo and polyhydramnios. Since there is a volume transfer from one fetus to another, there will be a difference in the amniotic fluid volume on both the sides. The donor becomes oligohydramnios while the recipient becomes polyhydramnios. So this option is also true. Second thing is, remember, there is no net change in the hematocrit in both the twins. There is no in utero transfusion. So the hematocrits are similar in both the fetuses. They are not different, okay. Hematocrits are similar in both the twins. Another thing is, so this option is actually the true answer, that is hematocrits are same in both the twins. Hematocrits are different in both the twins and actually in cases of twin anemia polycythemia sequence. This is another syndrome which is common in the monochorionic twins. Okay, another thing is Quintero staging is used. So Quintero staging is used for twin-twin transfusion syndrome. So what we learned is twin-twin transfusion syndrome occurs in monochorionic twins because of the single shared placental tissues between the two fetuses, because of the more abundant arteriovenous anastomosis because they are unidirectional, so there is flow of net volume from one fetus to the another fetus. One fetus, the donor becomes hypovolemic while the recipient becomes hypervolemic or fluid overload. Hematocrits are same in both the twins. There is no change in the hemoglobin levels. And next thing we should know is about the Quintero staging. Okay, so Quintero staging is used for twin-twin transfusion syndrome. In stage 1, there is change in the amniotic fluid volume. So one fetus becomes oligo while the other fetus becomes polyhydramnios. Okay. Quintero staging 2 is where the urinary bladder of donor fetus is not visible. Okay, because the fetus is oligohydramnios, the bladder of the donor twin is not visible. Twin 3 is where there is change in the umbilical artery Doppler patterns of the donor. Okay, umbilical artery donor, the end diastolic volume is decreased or absent or reversal. Quintero staging 4 is where there is hydrops in either fetus. All these changes are because of the volume changes, because of the transfer of volume from one fetus to another fetus. And Quintero staging 4 is where there is IUFD in one fetus. Okay, so these are the 5 stages, Quintero stages. One becomes where the donor becomes oligo while the recipient becomes polyhydramnios. Quintero staging 2 where the bladder of the donor is not visible. 3 is where umbilical artery Doppler pattern of the donor twin changes and diastolic volume decreases or becomes absent or reversal. 4 is there is hydrops in either fetus, and 5 is IUFD in one fetus. Okay, so to diagnose the twin-twin transfusion syndrome, we should actually look at the amniotic fluid index. We should see for the amniotic fluid index of both the fetuses. We should look for any growth discrepancy in both the fetuses. If there is any growth discrepancy like more than 20% difference in the effective fetal weight, we should suspect twin-twin transfusion syndrome, especially if the twin is monochorionic. Okay, the donor twin. Okay, the donor twin becomes IUGR while the recipient can develop cardiomegaly because of the fluid overload. Okay, this donor twin is known as the stuck twin. Okay, you can imagine there is oligohydramnios. The donor twin has very little amniotic fluid around it, so it doesn't get enough environment to swim actually. So the twin gets stuck. It gets stuck towards the uterine wall. See, this is the ultrasound picture shown. One twin here which has abundant fluid around it, while this is another twin which is stuck in one corner of the uterus. This is the donor twin having oligohydramnios. We are not able to see the membrane, the amniotic membrane. Actually, it is very close near to the fetus B. C. So this is all about twin-twin transfusion syndrome. Hope you have understood this topic. And lastly, the answer is hematocrits are different in both the twins. Hematocrits are similar in case of twin-twin transfusion syndrome. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.